too much videos in my YouTube downloaded section right now, and I really wanted to skip some of them, but after seeing the thumbnails or the titles, I wasn't really able to just skip those videos because I am really eager to get those knowledge. So decided to finish one after one. So at first, right now, I'm thinking that I'll try to finish Conundrums as much as fast as I can. So let's go.
Conundrums, created by Astronova School. Number 13, the boat conundrum. Alright, I've got a question for you. Imagine this. The owner of the Supernova, the world's coolest boat, announces that it is for sale. It's been driven by celebrities, world leaders, and used in some of the most beloved movies of all time. The boat is instantly recognizable, but depending on how you look at it, there might be a problem. The steering wheel is the only original part of the boat left. The rest of the boat, including the engine, frame, seats, paint, controls, and even the famous hood ornament, were replaced one piece at a time over the last 100 years. So, is this really the same boat? Option A, Team Original. This boat is still the Supernova. Option B, Team Copy. This boat is no longer the Supernova. So, do you think the boat for sale is still the famous Supernova? Are you Team Original or Team Copy?
Okay, I would say that I am in Team Original because they had to replace the parts in order to make the boat function because the parts were damaged, and if they used the old parts, then the boat would no longer had any existence. So the reason they changed the parts because to make it survive, and the only thing is left the steering wheel. Though it's the original one because there isn't any other original ones and everything is destroyed of this boat, but at least this have the real original steering wheel from the back 100 years and the boat is still functional. So yeah, I'm at a Team Original. So let's go to the next one.
Conundrums, created by Astronova School. Number 14, the Arctic Conundrum. Alright, I've got a question for you. Imagine this. 3 teams all compete to mine a valuable rock called a nova. There's one big problem. For every block of a nova mine, one block of a nova is destroyed when it is chiseled out of the ice. So far, there is only one place on Earth where a nova can be found, the very top of the world in the Arctic North Pole. But there are 2 more things you need to know. Some scientists also believe a nova in the North Pole could run out in the next 100 years. And some scientists think there might be a nova in the South Pole too, but the teams have not had the chance to look. Each team has 3 options, but they don't know what the other 2 teams will do. So if you were the leader of one of the teams, what decision would you make? Option A, Team Fast. Design a machine that brings a nova blocks out of the ice twice as fast. Option B, Team Careful. Design a machine that doesn't destroy any nova blocks when bringing it out of the ice. Option C, Team Explore. Try to find a nova in the South Pole. So what decision makes the most sense for the ANOVA mining teams? Are you Team Fast, Team Careful, or Team Explore?
I will see the video again because I didn't understand quite well.
Big problem. For every block of ANOVA mine, one block of ANOVA is destroyed when it is chiseled out of the ice. So, created by Astronova School. Number 14, the Arctic Conundrum. Alright, I've got a question for you. Imagine this. 3 teams all compete to mine a valuable rock called a nova. There's one big problem. For every block of ANOVA mine, one block of ANOVA is destroyed when it is chiseled out of the ice. So far, there is only one place on Earth where a nova can be found, the very top of the world in the Arctic North Pole. But there are 2 more things you need to know. Some scientists also believe a nova in the North Pole could run out in the next 100 years. And some scientists think there might be a nova in the South Pole too, but the teams have not had the chance to look. Each team has 3 options. Could run out in the next 100 years. And some scientists think there might be a nova in the South Pole too. But there are 2 more things you need to know. Some scientists also believe a nova in the North Pole could run out in the next 100 years. And some scientists think there might be a nova.
North Pole could run out. That means there are some, not just one nova. There are many novas. So
in the South Pole too, but the teams have not had the chance to look. Each team has 3 options, but they don't know what the other 2 teams will do. progress is fast. Option B, team careful. Design a machine that doesn't destroy any ANOVA blocks when bringing it out of the ice. Option C, team explore. Try to find ANOVA in the South Pole. So what decision makes the most sense for the...
So man, this is hard because three of those decisions are valid and are reasonable. So what decision is the best one for right now? Okay, let me think for a bit. Okay, I think that I am with the team fast because at first the explorer is let's take out the exploration because scientists' prediction can be wrong, so that's why that is fully out of the question. We can't take risks in the business. We can do our loss, so that one. Third one is out of the question. Then we are left with the careful and the fast. The reason there are three teams and we don't know what each team will gonna do. So like they also can apply the fast method, and if they use the fast method, then they will get all the novas and many will be destroyed too. So there won't be any nova left for us if we don't act fast. So I think the best thing would be to go fast, because without that we will lose our business if any of the team goes fast. And yes, the nova thing maybe like vanish from the earth because of this whole fast business thing. Many will be destroyed and others may find it or not, but business is business. If you give the other party the chance, then they will take over you. So you can take risk. You have to go fast and collect all of the novas that you get in the line. Okay, I think this was my answer for this one. So let's go for the next.
Conundrums, created by Astronova School. Number 15, the art conundrum. Alright, I've got a question for you. Imagine this. The city of Lakeville is building a new art museum. They are hoping for the highest possible attendance in their first year. They have 4 options to fill their museum. Option A, local art. Display all types of art from those who live in the city and surrounding areas. Option B, rotating art. Display a different type of art every season.
Wait a minute.
Conundrums, created by Astronova School. Number 15, the art conundrum. Alright, I've got a question for you. Imagine this. The city of Lakeville is building a new art museum. They are hoping for the highest possible attendance in their first year. They have 4 options to fill their museum. Option A, local art. Display all types of art from those who live in the city and surrounding areas. Option B, rotating art. Display a different type of art every season. Photographs in the spring, street art in the summer, sculptures in the fall, and landscape paintings in the winter. Option C, popular art. Only display works of art that are widely known and or social media friendly. Option D, superstar. One huge work of art from the world's most famous living artist. They will only work under secrecy and will not share any details until the artwork is finished. They promise that it will be, quote, the masterpiece of my masterpieces. So, what should the Lakeville Museum of Art do? Are you team local art, team rotating art, team popular art, or team superstar?
Okay, let's see the options, and my brother is again chatting. Yeah, but my brother is Matt, and where are we? Local art. Okay, the local art is directly out of the question because 1 minute, let me retake again.
They have 4 options to fill their museum. The art conundrum. Alright, I've got a question for you. Imagine this. The city of Lakeville is building a new art museum. They are hoping for the highest possible attendance in their first year. They have 4...
There is no condition that the people must be from the area, so the local art is directly out of the question because this doesn't serve any purpose for to get the highest attendance. So after that, let's see, popular art. Yes, popular art, maybe for the popular art people may came and visit, but I don't think that because the reason the art was popular, so wherever the art was before, people had gone there, so there will be a regular amount of visits every time because the art is popular, and that is popular from the past, not just like that have a hype recently and got popular recently. So there won't be that much people at the beginning or something like that. And then the superstar, I don't know. Let's directly get this out of the question because this superstar won't. The artist didn't tell that when it will be completed. It may complete it after 1 year or something like that. But our goal is to get the highest attendance at the first year. So, and this is fully out of the question because he didn't tell that if it will be done in 1 year or done in anything. And we have to get the whole year attention. So for me, the best option is the rotating art because okay, our local people are math or something, and yeah, rotating art will be the best because uh, the arts will change at each season. That's why more people will come, and if like someone feels boring with the art for 1 month, then they can come to visit new arts and those things because of this rotating art. And yeah, so it's like very logical that the rotating art is the best option here. So this conundrum was fairly easy, unlike the boat one.
Conundrums created by Astronova School. Number 16, the weather conundrum. All right, I've got a question for you. Imagine this. The corporation figured out how to do something that once seemed impossible. They can make it rain. How do they do it? They fly a plane high into the sky and drop a secret blend of chemicals on the clouds. It seems like magic. However, it's still not clear if there are any long-term effects on the environment. So, should the corporation be allowed to sell their product to any of these 4 customers? Option A, farmer. A farmer would like more rain for their fields. Option B, company. A company would like more snow for their ski resort. Option C, city. The city would like to use more rain to clear out pollution. Option D, country. A country would like more rain to slow down wildfires. Option E, no one. The corporation should not be able to sell to anyone. So, should the corporation be able to sell what they created? Are you team farmer, team company, team city, team country, or team no one?
I'm directly at team no one because the reason they haven't figured out what impact the medicine would have in the environment. This thing shouldn't go out because like if the farmer gets this, then this with the side effect maybe the plants get roasted or something like that, and the people may get sick by eating those things the farmer well produced. And because the rain may affect also the city, like when the rain will be when the rain will touch anyone's skin or something like that, then this may have a bad effect on them or something like that. And the forest one, there is fire, and this can also mean that this rain may be enhance the fire. There may be some chemical like that, so this shouldn't also be used in that thing. So yeah, the fully logical answer is that no one should use it. That was easy.
Conundrums created by Astronova School. Number 17, the tree conundrum.
Oh, you're here already.
I've got a question for you. An ancient tree called a novongo grows some of the best tasting fruit in the world. Scientists want to study it, the government wants to clone it, companies want to sell it, and everyone else just wants to eat some. An ancient tree called a novongo grows some of the best tasting fruit in the world. Scientists want to study it, the government wants to clone it, companies want to sell it, and everyone else just wants to eat some. But there's one pretty big problem. The only novongo tree on Earth is owned by a family who does not want to share their tree. They do, however, make an offer to sell this single seed for $1 billion. Yes, $1 billion. Even if the government pays for the seed, it'll take 100 years before the novongo tree starts producing fruit and seeds. No one knows how much longer the last novongo tree will live, so what should happen next? Option A, pay. The government should pay the $1 billion for the single seed. Option B, take over. The government should take over the tree as a matter of national interest. Option C, no action. Nothing should happen. Or option D, something else. A new way to solve this problem that you thought of. So, what should happen to the last novongo tree? Are you team pay, team take over, team no action, or team something else?
Okay, like this something else is interesting one, and let's review the options. Paying isn't a good option because one seed costs so much dollars, and like if that seed doesn't grow, or if that seed comes out as problematic or something like that, so paying isn't a like valuable or good option. So B, take over. Taking over anyone's property isn't also a that much good option. Option C, no action. You can't be without doing any action because everyone wants that tree, everyone have a desire of that, so there have to be some options. Not like taking over the whole tree is unjust for that family because they own that tree. I think that taking over a half portion or taking over some of the fruits for the scientists to research on and develop more trees, that would be a good option. Yes, that would be a good option because taking over some fruits is logical. Uh, this is for science, this is the benefit for the humanity, so you can take over some of the fruits, and you can also like give them some respectful amount of money because they have this tree, because they own this tree. So yeah, the anything else option was like really thoughtful one, and you really have to thought for a better option at this time. So yeah, had fun in this one, so let's go to the next one.
Conundrums, created by Astronova School. Number 18. The message in a bottle conundrum. Alright, I've got a question for you. Imagine this. A very old glass bottle washes up at a beach. Inside, there is a golden key and a short handwritten note that reads, 4 bottles in the sea. A bank for your key. Riches are yours, but think of the other 3. The key has an engraved address to a bank hundreds of miles away. When the finder arrives, the bank... Imagine this. A very old glass bottle washes up at a beach. Inside, there is a golden key and a short handwritten note that reads, 4 bottles in the sea. A bank for your key. Riches are yours, but think of the other 3. The key has an engraved address to a bank hundreds of miles away. When the finder arrives, the bank manager says, you are the first to arrive, my friend, but I remind you to think of the other 3. The key unlocks a vault with stacks and stacks of money. So, what do you think most people would do in this position? Option A, take nothing. Decide not to take any money. Option B, take everything. Take all the money in the vault. Option C, take most. Take nearly all the money in the vault. Option D, take half. Take half of the money in the vault. Option E, take some. Take their fair share, 1/4 of the money in the vault. So, what do you think most people would do at the bank? Are you team nothing, team everything, team most, team half, or team some?
There is a they have a thing in the question that is, what will the most people do in this situation? The most people. So The reason they have mentioned the most people, not me or someone. Okay, the most, this will this question's answer will reflect how you think about the generalized population. So, like if you think that generally all the people are greedy or something like that, and they just want to take over, then it will reflect that you are thinking. You will just select the one that everyone will just gonna take it. So, uh, this question is mainly directly asking that what do you think about the general people? Are they too much greedy or something like that? Uh, they are just asking, uh, are most people greedy? Like that. Let's see. Take nothing. That's impossible. That's impossible. No? Most of the people never can do that. Take everything. Take all the money. Okay, that is considerable. Need to think. Take most money. Take half money. Take some money. Okay, most of the people. Are most of the people honest? Are most of the people honest? I think, to be honest, in my perspective, most of the people are good, but the bad ones have a great effect on our society. That's why we maybe think that the bad ones are the most people of our society. But really, in all honesty, people honest ones are the most in our society, but they are not that much recognized because they don't show off or something like that, and their actions aren't called upon or something like that. Like if anyone does a murder or something like that, that will be a news. But if anyone does a good work or uh, tries to avoid himself from doing any bad work, that won't be in any news or something like that. So I think that most of the people are honest, and so that's why I think they will take a fair share. The option E. Okay, let's go to the next one.
Conundrums created by Astronova School. The NASA conundrum. Alright, I've got a question for you. Imagine this. A space agency has 7 programs they want to fund, but only enough money for 3. So which 3 should they choose? Option A. Human spaceflight. Send astronauts to start a civilization on Mars. Option B. Robotic spaceflight. Send robots to unexplored worlds outside of our solar system. Option C. Space tourism. Sell tickets to allow non-astronauts to orbit Earth. Option D. Asteroid blasting. Create a system to pulverize any large asteroid before it hits Earth. Option E. Telescope. Build the world's most advanced space telescope to learn more about the universe. Option F. Study Earth. Complete the most detailed study of the planet's weather, oceans, and atmosphere. Option G. Space education. Planetary science class offered in every school. So what 3 options should the space agency pay for? Are you Team Human Spaceflight, Team Robotic Spaceflight, Team Space Tourism, Team Asteroid Blasting, Team Space Telescope, Team Study Earth, or Team Space Education?
Okay, this was I have completed this conundrum when I got to know about the Air Astra, and I was in their website reading the application form and how to how to give an application in there. So at the time they told that you have to complete a conundrum and send a video of your completing the conundrum to their, and attach that video file to their application. So I've completed this conundrum, and then I understood that video in the application, and so I know the answer of this one. The best 3 things are, to be honest, I have did that a long time ago, and I forgot what did I keep at the time. I had made note at the time, but not like note from the bullet points, but I forgot the bullet points. Let's just try to understand. Option A, human spaceflight. Option B, robotic spaceflight. Space tourism. asteroid blasting telescope study out space education. So at first we will do the mandatory ones, the ones which if we don't do we won't be able to like go forward or something like that. First of all, we have to do the asteroid blasting because to ensure that no asteroids are being able to uh, wiped up our human civilization. So we have to build up the asteroid blast, and then so that's a mandatory thing. Study out space education, and then I will encourage the space education because if you like spread the knowledge among the mass, then they will be get more interested in the space. They will try to know more about the space. Yes, not everyone will be, and not everyone will end up becoming an astronaut or working at NASA or working for space or something like that. But most of them would be interested in knowing about space and would want to explore the space, and that is the time we make our business by doing this space tourism. So the main tweets are by doing this space tourism, like then there will be a good amount of people who are interested in space. So they will consider the ticket for the space tourism, and that's how we can generate money. And if we can generate money, then we would have enough money for other projects. Then we can go by one. Like at first we will go for the study Earth, because if we don't know our Earth, then knowing other planets won't come to that work, because at first we need to know our secrets of our Earth. Without that we are not like leaving this Earth very soon. So at first need to, when we have the money, the fourth project would be the study Earth, and then the fifth project should be telescope. Telescope is the most safest way to browse for other planets, because you are in Earth and you are just using your telescope to know more about other planets. So that would be the fourth or fifth, I forgot. But that will be the telescope, and then we can send robotic space flights, because after we have gathered a decent amount of knowledge by our telescope about other planets and something like that, then we can develop robots which will be capable of adapting to the planet's environment. So we will send robots, and then after we send robots, they will collect data, and we will do testings and everything with the robots, and then the last project will be human space flight. We will at first ensure that everything is safe by the telescope and the robot testing, and then at last we will send the humans to space. Yeah, this is how we can do this conundrum in the most logical order. The main answer is the compulsory one, asteroid blasting. Then we will educate about space, and then the space tourism to generate money by our business. Okay, this was it. The third season, maybe. This is the third season. Yes, season 3. Season 3 of the Conundrum is done. And Assalamu alaikum for now. Next one we will go through after any time, I guess. So, salam.